What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Behind the Booth. DJ Julz here. I got my man GSEPP.
How you doing, guys?
We just finished a dope tech house mix
Crazy.
at the Bedler Room. Yo, super fire. Make sure you check out. It's either here or there. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yo, GSEPP, thank you for having me, my brother.
Bro, thank you for coming, dude.
Yo.
Shit was crazy. It was a crazy set.
Yes.
Super crazy.
Yo, first of all, you keep your room very clean. Very clean. Before having a mix, bro, I was like, did my man just have like, he just made the bed and everything? I was like, man, this is super clean, bro.
One, I think I have OCD.
Straight.
Like the mixer board has to be like this has to be like I'd be looking at how this mixer and this mixer comes up. I'm like, no, we got to fix it.
Oh,
I'm bad.
are you the kind of person that when you drive in, you have to have your windows at the same height?
No.
The left and right? Okay.
Here's something where I just think that it might be just like, you know, it depends on where I'm at and the importance of the matter.
Yo,
Yeah, that's about it.
I love it. Thank you for inviting me. Let's dive into the Bedler Room because that's what you're doing right now.
Word.
How did this series start of you doing mixes in your room? Like, you know, like how did this start?
Well, it started with really back like when I was a little kid, like how I got into DJing.
Yeah.
was you know, Italian. I'm Italian. We always have a party for everything, a communion, whatever it is, a birthday. You just fucking lost your dog. I don't know, a party, whatever. We're doing it, dude. We are DJing. We got lights, and I got attracted to lights. So like literally everything light. I would just literally stand in front of the DJ booth. They had scanners. They had this, and I'm just like, and then I would go home. And I would like back then the Mega Bloks, not the Legos, but the Mega Bloks. A little bit, you know. I would like build a DJ setup, and I would like a little light here, a little LED light, whatever, and I just like build. And I was like, you know what, this is definitely something that I wanted to do. So all this stuff is just the child in me, the little child in me, coming back to making my own club in a sense. Because now I can sit here. I got the DMX here. We're sitting here. We're making light shows. You know, I'm sitting here. I'm mixing, and I'm like freaking touching all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it is, and just the love and the passion of music. Just liking to network with people, and this is the name of the game. And it just helps everybody. It helps us grow. It helps us network. It helps us teamwork. And it just helps everybody just get to the next level, and that's what I'm all about. I'm nowhere near to where I can give that to anybody, but I want to work to where not only is there something for me in it, but there's something for all my friends in it. You know what I'm saying?
You're consistent, bro.
Yeah.
You definitely will drop your socials too. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's super legit. I love it. And then even bringing it back to, you said how you got started, just being attracted to lights. What age was that?
Dude, it must have been anywhere from like 10 to like the 15. Like it was young. You know, we're talking about communions, things like that. You know, like I mean, my cousin, this, whatever. I'm there. The DJ has lights. My relatives, the guy was a DJ, so he had a band. You know, so it was like the keyboard, the guitar. He was singing Italian music and stuff like that. And they would be, and that was back when, you know, it used to be like, it was like you had a band and then you had a DJ.
Yeah.
You had like, or it was first band. And then it went to band and DJ, and then it's just DJ.
Yeah.
You know, we do a little bit of
Yeah. I enjoy playing with the band. You know, when I wake up, it's like they do their set, I do my set.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
private events and all that stuff. Yeah, 100%, bro. It gives a different vibe. It's a bar A vibe. If anyone knows New Jersey, you know, bar A vibe. You got the band, and you go outside, the DJ. It's amazing.
So, and you mentioned your Italian heritage. What generation are you?
I'm first. So my parents both came here from Sicily. So they both came here. They met here, you know, in Elizabeth and all that stuff. The Italians are really heavy out there and stuff like that. And then, you know, I was born and we moved here. I've lived in this state of obviously Jersey, Woodbridge, Central Jersey, for my whole life.
Wow.
I only know Central Jersey.
Have you been back to Sicily?
The motherland? No, I've not. And I'll tell you something. I'm wearing Inter Milan. Inter Milan's hanging up there. If I were to go to Italy, yes, I'm Sicilian, but I would probably go to Milan first. I need to see the stadium. I need to see a game. You know what I'm saying? That supersedes everything else. I know I'm Sicilian. I'm sorry. Mi dispiace siciliano, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do with Inter Milan.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Oh, so that's on your bucket list. We're gonna see that happen. Do one of these mixes out there.
No, It's in the works, possibly.
I like that.
We'll be there soon.
I like that, and I know I've been noticing, like, even with your style, like, I was looking at my Serato, I was like, dang, I got GSEPP from back in the day. So talk to me, like, how your style has progressed from like even like 2014 producing tracks.
So high school 2010 was actually when somebody that I met that I played soccer with, he was into like the beats and stuff, and he's like, yo, I got FL Studio, I could give it to you cracked.
Wow.
I got you. Sent it to me. It was probably 2010 is when I like started really like messing with that and trying to do stuff. And of course, I mean, when it's the first time I'm touching that program. 2010, I wasn't even like really like, I wasn't DJing. I was thinking about it, friends, that's when like techno, but like Japanese techno type of stuff was like really like super melodic and stuff like that. Then it got like, it's just like, it's something that like if you were caught listening to that, it'd be like, what are you listening to, dude? And then of course EDC, all that stuff, kind of goes into it. And that's kind of what brought me into kind of like making tech house. So I kind of like grasped onto that because it was one of the most popular things during COVID time. Coolest story moment was COVID time. Obviously everything shut down. We're just chilling. Me and my boys are DJing. I did a lot of open format stuff, but my love is EDM. Yes, back then it was tech house was the most popular thing. It was on the rise and all that. My friend sent me an email and he was like, yo, these guys are doing demo reviews. And that's part of because COVID caused Fight Club to do demo reviews. So Fight Club, shout out to Fight Club, GSEPP, Mysterio, I love you guys so much. Shout out to these guys because I started getting into their demo drop reviews. Back then, I was more of like, I'll hear a song, I'll be like, this is a Dembo remix, or this is a Moombatin, this is a tech house, this is this. And it was like, I was like, whatever I feel like, I'm gonna try to make it because I just love all genres. Like that. At the heart, I love all genres, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make everything. Back then, I was kind of doing that. I was a little bit of everything. And they put me a little bit on the path. So I was sending them a lot of stuff and it was always something a little bit different. Like, yo, your stuff is good, this and that. It's like, but if you're looking to try to make it a little bit more, you kind of have to be more towards one genre. So people know who you are. So when people see GSEPP, when people see Julz, when people see that though, they know what they expect, they know what to expect, And then so I was like, all right, you know what? Tech house is on the rise. I really like it as well. I'm not just doing it just to do it, and it's something a little bit easy to grasp onto. So I started doing that, and that kind of got me a little bit known. Shaq's son, Miles O'Neal, played our track, me and Eddie Grand.
That's dope.
Things like that, just small little things. Obviously, Fight Club played our track at 4BM Friends. This was one of the COVID 4BM Friends where it was literally everyone was in their cars.
So late.
Yeah, it was one of those where it was like a car and then people were beeping for like, like crazy stuff. I don't know how we lived through that, but we're here. We're here. Tech house, and that's probably what you have if you said that, right? So you probably have some of that stuff. And I mean, of course, I kept going and going and going until I feel that I got to a point where it unfortunately started getting annoying producing these tracks.
Wow.
The bass lines of certain things, I just kind of got like, my ear got a little more into listening to things, and things started like bass lines, so sometimes when you download packs, if you're a producer, you understand when you download packs, they're made by people, and you know what I'm saying? So like, yes, it could say it's a C note, but that C note, if you match it to a synth that you got from somebody else's, they're not the same. So you're sitting there kind of, and bass lines, it's very hard to hear and listen to. You kind of feel the bass line. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you can maybe hear it if you have distortion on it, other than that. So that started getting to the point where my ears were like, I would export it and I'm like, oh no, it needs to be adjusted. And then I would hear it here and I'm like, no, it needs to be adjusted. And I hear it there, it's fine. And then I hear it there and I'm like, no, it needs to, and I'm like, you know what? I'm driving myself crazy. I need to stop that, bro. I need to stop it. So, techno, now I'm here and all I produce is techno. I love Big Room. I'm in love with Big Room. I skipped that because I didn't want to tell the whole story of 10 years. We'll be here for an hour. I skipped that, but I love Big Room. Big Room is my love. The melodic, the big sounds, the big synths. I played you a few things before. Some stuff that's IDs and it's coming out, and it's just the stuff that, like, yes, techno's the new wave, but it allows me to incorporate every single genre that I love because, like I said, I used to kind of do this. It's Jersey Club. It's this, it's that. No, we're just gonna put it all into one.
I love it.
All into one.
I love it.
And we're gonna keep that going, and that is literally my love. I love doing that. The stuff I was playing to you is like literally just the stuff that like I know you're like, oh, yo, festival, stuff like that. And you know, I'm very humble. I'm gonna not say I'm gonna agree. Cool, yeah, thank you for saying that. But yeah, of course, I'm sitting here when I'm making it, I'm like imagining myself at EDC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm imagining myself doing that stuff. Yes, I want to be there, like everybody else wants to be there. But I understand that it's, you know, it's time. It's a time. Yeah, one rung on the ladder,
That's why.
and you climb up each and every.
And your consistency is, I love your consistency.
You know, when you, the thing is, man, if you want to get somewhere and you're not doing anything to be there at every second of the time of the day, then you don't want to be there. And that's where the consistency comes, is because this is just a part of the game. You just it's not like I need to, it's just I'm doing this.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm there. And if not, what am I doing? The Bedler is me sleeping in the Bedler, and that's it.
Bro.
No, we're doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, even how we just talked about it off cam, like we were talking about the PS5, and you're like, bro, I barely touched the PS5 because, you know, you I think you just said, like, if I'm playing the PS5, I could be producing. Like, you know, like, so.
It is like that. I literally just, you know, like in your Instagram, you post like the little tweets in a sense, you know, on your message, and I'm like, yo, I miss playing video games. Like I used to like pull all-nighters in COD. That's my first game that I played an all-nighter because I was trying to prestige and all that. I don't know if you know COD, and I think you're trying to hit the top level back then. You'll get all your stuff and whatnot, like, and now it's a little different, but yes, exactly what you said. Like, now if I feel like I'm doing that, I'm like, I could be doing something that, you know, I complain, hey, why am I not here? Well, hey, it's because, you know, and that's why this is on for podcasts. I'm a podcast whore. I love podcasts. I mean, we might have talked about that. If not, I just love I do like comedy stuff.
Okay.
But I always have something in the background. So I'm always doing something, but I listen to comedy though, but I also listen to political. I listen to anything that has anything to do with informational. Of course, Joe Rogan has so many people on. You're getting information from everywhere. Political, you get both sides. You decide your own, whatever you feel. It doesn't matter, but at least you know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that, but I also like to get my work done at the same time, which is the music, which is the content. Everybody knows this is a content-driven game.
100%.
You need to be your own producer, your DJ, your freaking editor, you're a designer, literally, yo, I'm telling you, you need to be everything. Exactly.
But that's like I said, man, you're on it. You're staying consistent, bro. Like even on TikTok, bro, you're like, it's like, dang, every time I go on TikTok, I always see your video. Always see it, but that's good. That's gonna, I gotta see it's getting more traction. I'm like, bro, I like it. And like I said, the Hoax concept here, everybody DJs up here to do the back to back. So I'm here for it. That's why when you told me to come up, I was like, oh, bro. Now, question for you. But like, you know, you're DJing, you're producing, you know, work. What do you like to do besides this work? Like, what I know football is that's your jam. You know, what do you like to do?
So something that has been really one, I love the gym. The gym has been a part of my life for God knows how long, because I'm actually third degree black belt. I've done taekwondo, you know, and things like that. So I've been in that workout mindset since high school, 2010. So since before turning 21, it was in my blood. I actually found that karate school in the mall, Woodbridge Mall. I saw them doing like a demonstration and stuff, and I signed up, and I was a part of that literally ever since. And that was like my whole thing. So I just kind of go over, and now my main thing is just healthiness, man. Just doing everything. You know, I fast every day.
Wow.
I fast. You know, I eat healthy. Today I didn't. We did
balance.
At least a few cheat days a day makes the doctor stay away. That's not right. I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, man. All I'm saying is that the healthiness has been driving me, because you know, the iPhones, obviously they keep hella pictures, right?
Yeah.
And you see stuff from like when I'm 21, and I'm like, oh my God, I had abs back then. And then every Miami picture that I see when I go to Miami Music Week, because Miami Music Week is a must if you're a producer, you know what I'm saying? And every time I go, you got to take a picture on the beach.
Yeah, have to.
And I was chunky. Every single time. I'm like, yes, there's some definition there, but I look like I could lose a little bit. And I was like, all right, look, it's legal here, and I love smoking. And that leads to loving to eat.
Yeah.
So I said, what do we do? Do we keep smoking and keep eating bad? No. We gotta smoke, and we have to control everything that we eat. So yes, we still have our leisure and play, but we have a mindset to keep where it is. So that's my other thing, man. This is the time, dedication, because the same thing is in DJing and production. You need time, you need dedication, you need to kind of move and swivel.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing with losing weight, because I was at a certain weight, not too crazy heavy, but I was chunky, and I wanted to get to a certain point, and you just have to swivel and like, okay, well, I like doing this, and I like doing this, but we got to switch it up to only doing this at certain times so that I can be exactly where I want.
Discipline.
Exactly. All in all, whatever I just said means discipline. I literally divided discipline and multiplied it and said, we're doing E equals MC squared type of stuff. But yeah.
Bro, I like it. And you said 3rd degree black belt?
3rd degree, yeah.
Wow, then I'll do you still spar, still go to the dojo?
So most of my stuff is at the gym. LA Fitness, baby, you know what I'm saying? LA Fitness swag, you know, they're I'm lucky that they have a bag.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm one of the only guys, one of a few, you know. So it's cool because, you know, some people walk up and then, oh, yo, you like training for a fight? I'm like, no, but we'll talk, and then we'll just, you know, I just make friends like that. Well, no, this is cool. The gym, honestly, I'll tell you, like I said, I stay in the studio. I'm here. I'm just chilling. The gym is like me going to school back in elementary. Like, oh, I get to see my friends. I get to see people for the first time.
Great.
That's what I love. I love that stuff.
And then like from the Bedler Room, like what would you like to see this come into? Like, would you like to do like events from this?
So one, I would like to progress. One, of course, I want to have almost every DJ that I can have, because I just want to be able to have a platform to where eventually people look back and just be able to just know different people and see different genres, because we do everything. Of course, we try to stay anything 128 BPM and higher.
Yep.
You know, we're EDM out here.
Yeah.
So of course we're gonna try to do all that, but you know, I'm open to everything, and whatever you bring,
I like it.
which is why I always ask you guys to kind of give me the playlist, so at least I could work off of it, because I like yes, I've done open format, but I like open format EDM, if you will, you know, different genres. You know, lately I go to shows, and yes, they're like one-sided genre.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where I'm just like, I like it. They're not doing bad, but I do like a little bit of a mix. My favorite DJ is Afrojack, and that's why, because he is everything, and most of the stuff is he's producing it.
Oh, that's the best. When you get to your whole set of majority of the stuff that you produce, that's definitely a big goal right there.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can do it sometimes, but it is sometimes a little more genre heavy, like the techno, the big room techno. Although it is big room, it's hard techno. It's a mixture of like a little bit of everything, but it's still 140 to 145 to 150 BPM. It's that faster stuff, but you know, keep it going, man. 100%.
I love that. And I could just see this growing to where you're doing parties, things like that, just on the strength of, bro, this is where it started from.
So in the works is coming in, and it's first time I'm actually announcing to anybody or anything. You know, of course, the Bedler Room series is trying to move outside of the bedroom and going to a venue, and we're gonna be doing themed rave events, and we're trying to do Bedler Room. One of the ideas we have is a pajama party. It just kind of fits the theme. So y'all come in wearing your best PJs, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Bring a little pillow fight action, a little beer pong action, you know what I'm saying? We'll do a little bit. We got games, we got things going. And it's just Bedler Room vibes, as well as being able to support guys that have already done the Bedler Room, the guys that will do the Bedler Room, you know what I'm saying? And then and we're growing. You know, right now I have people booked up until mid to end September.
That's beautiful.
You know, and it's awesome. It's cool. I had absolutely no idea that people want to come in my bedroom to DJ. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just vibes. I love it. It's just super happy for
I love it.
For me. Yeah.
Episode 12, baby, DJ Julz.
No.
Lastly, where can you see yourself or like what would you say was one of the goals for like in the next 5 years, or what would you like to achieve?
I'd say probably within the next at least year or so. One of the next big goals is just music being played by more well-known DJs.
Okay.
At festivals, things like that. The thing is, for anybody that is literally trying to do this, I started from absolutely knowing zero people to the point where now I am friends with, have made music with, have a song signed on the label of, which we were just talking about, Smith and Soren, who have teamed up with Rich Diets and Proper to have one of the biggest songs work played by literally every DJ, and now signed on Tiesto's label, Musical Freedom.
That's big.
So the fact that I and the way that I met him was because before I even did Bedler Room, I had a CDJ and the mixer. I didn't even have another CDJ. So I was doing mixes where I was just grabbing people's tracks on Digital Music Pool. One of them was Smith and Soren. I played it, I tagged them. They followed me. They're like, oh, cool, send me some stuff. I sent them some stuff. We signed some tracks. We made some tracks together.
Wow.
Those guys are friends, like legitimate, really good friends.
Wow.
And they are where I would love to be, but we don't get jealous about it. We just go, oh, I'm grateful to be in the presence of somebody that is there, which means if you put the hard work, dedication, and the time in like they did, you'll get there. It's just probability. Yeah. You just gotta put it out there and just keep it going. Which is why a lot of times some people would be like, hey man, like, so I got a message on TikTok. Someone's like, yo, I see that you post a lot, you're really consistent, you're really energetic, and you don't get that many plays. What keeps you to keep posting? It's like, because I just understand first algorithms. It's not gonna be perfect. Yes, I hated it for a little bit. But after you kind of understand, you just know some things will hit, some things won't. It might not be your fault, it might be your fault, but you have to study everything. And just from there, I just kind of said, you know what? I just think that as long as you put the hard work, like I said, time, dedication, and keep going into it, something is gonna hit. Even if it's not hitting, you can't get upset, you cannot stop. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. I have friends that are there. We're gonna be there. You're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
Amen.
You guys are gonna be there.
Amen.
You guys are gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there.
Bro, I love that. Lastly, where can the people find you on social?
GSEPP Music, it's annoying. GSEPP Music _ on Instagram. Anything GSEPP Music, DJ GSEPP is no longer there, so don't even look at that. GSEPP. Find me on anything. TikTok, Instagram, Apple Music, Spotify, literally anywhere. My music is there. My remixes are on SoundCloud because they can't be posted anywhere. Music is everywhere. The Bedler Room is on the YouTube. The YouTube is there. You're gonna catch Julz. We did a really good set. I was actually really excited to actually just look back on that now. Right after this. Yes. Yeah. So good. Episode 12. Definitely catch it. It's gonna be really good.
We'll link that below. GSEPP, Julz. Thank you guys for tuning in. Behind the booth. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming by.
Yo,
How's it?
outside.
Let's go.
Dang.